So, a top healthcare worker was suspended from his job for a period of 18 long months. You know what that means? You're not working, though not an indefinite suspension, but that notwithstanding, on suspension, I am not sure if people do get paid. But assuming the other way around, this particular key healthcare worker wasn't getting his monthly salary during that 18 months, you know what? And a married man, for that matter, you know, he must have faced some level of mental health challenges, you know, physical challenges, especially with his family, because he's a family man with wife and kids. You know, how about if the wife is not working or wasn't working that moment, the situation in his home, how would they have handled it? You know, it could have been something else. Now, what really happened? Meanwhile, you are welcome to my channel. My name is Chinyere Ojike. Subscribe to my channel, like this video. I am not a carrier of bad news. Whatever story of an oddity I share on my channel, there is always a lesson for those in that profession or those in that field to learn from. This is why I bring up this some of these true life happenings, oddities, so that people could learn and then wage war against such occurrence from happening to them. You know, we learn from others' mistakes. So please like this video, subscribe to my channel. So, who got struck off of his job for a period of 18 months? And why did that happen? Meanwhile, this was the story of a medical doctor that got suspended from work for 18 months. Why? Because this could happen to a nurse, it could happen to a healthcare assistant. This is why you have to watch this video to learn how you can avoid this, you know. So what really happened? A colleague, a female colleague of his, accused him of touching her baby's milk, you know. He said the lady claimed that the doctor actually touched the milk industry, the breast, you know. And then they went to a series of tribunal and all them cases. But me, I was wondering, this accusation that happened, the camera in the room or at the point where this incident, where this touching and pressing, where it happened, where the cameras did dead or malfunctional that they couldn't reveal it to see how the pressing and the touching actually happened on that fateful day, you know, instead of him getting suspended. Anyway, none of us were there to see if this doctor actually pressed, touched, or how, if it was by mistake. You know, you can actually, you know, accidentally hit somebody's baby's milk or stroke somebody's John Thomas by mistake. Nobody was there to see. You know, but I pitied this man and his family as well. You know, so after he served his suspension period, he had to go back to work. And then, if I were this man, if I work in that hospital for like 1 or 2 months again, I would just look for a job in a different hospital. Yes. Now, why am I sharing this story to each and every one of us? Healthcare assistants, support workers, nurses, doctors, anybody. In this country, there was a particular scenario that I witnessed. I think I shared a video about the festival we attended on High Street last year here. You know, this was what happened when it comes to this touching and touching of a thing. I saw this, my husband witnessed that. So we went to town for the festival. My husband, myself, my son, another family, another lady, she brought her 2 children. Her daughter, who was at that time 2 years plus, getting to 3, because the girl I'm talking about is currently in reception. She has not turned 4. She's 3+ now. Now, this little girl, you know, in a busy street, people were celebrating. She ran and grabbed one man, an Englishman. He held this man's 2 legs. And the wife of this Englishman, Oyibo British lady, just turned over to this girl. I don't want to name the girl and the mom. The wife just said to the lady, "Can you hold your child, please? That the girl is touching my husband inappropriately." In what? Appropriately. A little girl of 2+ that grabbed a man that is almost about 6 feet tall. And the man turned and smiled. The woman, the wife said, The wife actually warned my friend to hold her own daughter, that the little girl was touching the husband inappropriately. My brothers and my sisters, we grabbed our little girl and we deliberated on that expression. That was very mean and heavy. A little girl, a little innocent girl. Now, in our own society, that man would have turned around and played with the girl and said, oh, how are you? What's your name? Are you having fun? Tell me, the girl where you don't even reach your waist. You don't even reach your knee. You know, the girl was just holding you by your leg. Oh my goodness. So this is for you to understand that what they consider sexual harassment here carry weight too. It could be something that you see as minor. Another thing, it is not only touching what you say. You know, in our country, a nurse could come to work, or your work colleague, you could talk. Hey, your hair is beautiful, your clothes is sexy, is that. If you say it here, some people might take it serious that you have sexually harassed them by what you just said. This one is different from touching. You did not touch you, just your expression. They will just hold on to that was a sexual harassment. You know, so it's just like you walking on the street, you see children that are playing, you want to ask them questions, you are missing your way. Please avoid children. Don't go to them. Remember that here, it is the word of the children against you, the adult. It is also the word of a female against you, the man. Yes, the wrongest people to go. You see kids playing football, you want to go and play with them. No, go meet your fellow adults and play with them. If not, whatever accusation their parents labeled against you, because they are in the windows. If they're not there at the field with them, they may be looking out through the windows, watching what is happening. You know, so this is not back home where you can see the children playing football. You want to kick the ball with them. You want to. And the wrongest people to ask questions for direction in this country, sometimes the adults, they will misdirect you. Some of them at times, so they are left. When they say if you go straight, turn right, turn left, when they say turn right, it means left. I don't know if any one of you have witnessed that. When an adult here say turn left, he's actually meaning that you should turn right. This is one thing I've observed here. Google Map is your best friend when looking for direction. Learn how to use Google Map. It's not difficult. Constant practicing makes perfect. Especially if you're going to workplaces you've not been before, use Google Map. It can direct you better, you know. So at work here, if you are a nurse, the doctors usually, before they can examine any patients, there's always the presence of a chaperone, that is a nurse, who is going to observe and see what is going on. Though I remember the last time I went to the hospital here at Northeast, the last checkup I had, a doctor examined me in their examination room, consultation room precisely. You know, they usually have a smaller bed there. And the male doctor, he did that alone. I think he checked my tummy, my back, and all them stuff. There was no presence of any chaperone, any nurse, you know. But sometimes if you work in such a field, please endeavor to get somebody to see. It's just like those working in care. When you want to give medication, even though that you are nurse trained to give medication, nurses, you can attest to this. When you bring out medication to give to a client or a resident, usually you have to call a carer to confirm, isn't it? Yes, because I've been called upon several times to confirm medication that a nurse or a manager wants to give to a resident, you know, clients in the homes. This is why I'm saying that is how it happens. Because a snake seen by one person is usually considered a python. This is an Igbo adage. So this is why they usually need two people to confirm that. Yes, so in case anything happened, they will call you, both of you confirm that medication. You say that this was the right proportion and blah, blah, blah for Mr. A, you know. So this is why it is necessary. Avoid touching, chatting anyhow. And usually, all of you that work in the hospitals that wear robe, you know, like the doctors, the nurses, your uniform, they call it robe. I've been a robe. You used to have side pockets. Why not to pocket your hands into your robe pocket? Why not always tuck in your hand? Put your hands in your pockets, you know, to avoid robbing people's John Thomas, people's Bermuda Triangle, people's make industry. To avoid wahala, because the cases here no be small thing, to be honest with you. It is usually the word of the female, the word of the children. Have you seen that video? A lot of you might have seen that video. A 10-year-old boy ran away from the foster care back to her parents' house, back to his parents' home, and he ran up to his bunk. He was hiding there. The police came to take him. Yes, they came to take him back. Why? Because the case has already been adjourned and discussed at the law court. Before he's able to go back home, they have to go through all that processes again. Unfortunately, he has to stay until he turns 18 before he can go back to his parents. They believe whatever that little boy of 10 must have said against his parents. The mom was there. The police was asking the mother to ask the son to come out and follow them. The mom was like, I cannot with my own mouth and ask my boy who ran home to follow you guys. I cannot chase my boy away out of the house. It's just like somebody coming to take my son. Now I'll ask my son to, will you come out and follow the police? Man, I'm chasing away my son. Despite that, they've taken him into foster care and he ran back. You see that? So whatever a child says here stands. Whatever female says, sometimes it stands. You have seen people who went to jail because a female accused them of, sexual harassment and blah, blah, blah. After about 30 years, 40 years, when that female liar, if at all he lied, if at all she lied, some of them they do. When they have repented and received the Christ as their personal Savior and the Lord, they will confess. You've seen videos of people who have been to jail because of lies that female, they lied against them, So you just have to be careful when it's admitting a patient. Make sure that somebody is there. Avoid touching. Avoid what you say again. It is not only by pressing things. No. What you say, your expressions, I beg. Even if, and you know that in this very country, I love you means I love you. It is stamped. The day you do no longer love that person, just say, I don't love you again. Oh. They go their separate way. It is not like in our society whereby you would tell somebody that you love the person. And deep down in your mind, you know that is here, you did not love the person. You are just hard in the pool that is scooping the person. Here, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't. They say, I love you, and they meant it. They say, I no marry again, and they meant it. So this is it. I hope this video helps a lot of folks in the care, those in school. Those in schools are also affected because if you're working with children in school, you watch how you touch them, you watch what you say to them. Yes, I will tell you my own experiences at school as time goes on, not here. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and keep coming back for more.